Hello everyone, my name is Adam and welcome back to pliplop. Alright everyone, you saw the title. Today we are looking at Choosing Beggar stories, of course. We're starting with a lengthy one from the archives. This was posted about 5 months ago, so let's see what this one's all about. How my free good deed ruined two 25+ year friendships. Really long, the TLDR won't help you. Background. My husband and I had to move in with his grandparents during COVID when I lost both my jobs and my husband's work contract ended. It worked out well. They're in their 70s, we are late 20s, and we jumped in with helping them around the house, picking up groceries since they're high risk, yard work, and long overdue deep cleaning. They let us bring our dog and both cats. Wonderful, amazing people. While we were looking for jobs, we still helped with bills, and now that we both work again, we're looking at buying a house. Things are still wonderful amongst us all. Now, during lockdown, we ran errands for them and a lot of their friends, mostly neighbors, also seniors and high risk. Never took payment for gas or any extras. We only accepted money for groceries because we couldn't afford 10 families' groceries on our savings. One of these families lived about 15 minutes away and were grandparents' old neighbors of 20+ years. They remained friends throughout the last 7 years or so of not being next door and often talked on the phone or saw each other. We called them Karen and Bob, CB. They seemed pretty normal, always grateful when we drop off groceries, even understanding when the stores were out of certain things or specific brands. Bob really doesn't do or say much. This problem actually started a month ago, when grandparents decided they wanted the driveway and sidewalks pressure washed. Papa showed me how to use it and I fell in love with it. It's nothing fancy, it's just a basic model pressure washer, but it's so satisfying. It took me 2 days to finish the driveway, and I offered to do a lot of the neighbors too, that I'd met/made friends with when I dropped off groceries. I was only working one job, had a lot of free time, and it made me feel needed. Most of the time they'd bring me out a snack and a drink and we'd have a chat when I took a break from the Florida heat. It was great. Enter Choosing Beggar. Karen and Bob were scheduled to come over for dinner. I was finishing up a house a few doors down the street when I saw their car coming and waved. Finished up the job and rolled the washer back home. I showered and we all had dinner. When Karen asked why I had been working down the street, I basically told them I just liked doing it. I thought nothing of it when she remarked that their driveway could use a good washing. I agreed to do it on my days off over the course of the week or two, but I slept in so I'd get a late morning start. She said that was fine. Next day, 8 a.m., I'm at work when Karen calls. Where are you? I'm at work. Is everything okay? I thought you were going to wash our driveway. I am. I'm off in 2 days. I'll get it started on it then. Oh, okay. I guess that's fine. I hang up, mildly confused. 2 days later, 8 a.m., another call. Karen. Where are you? In bed. I worked till 2 a.m. last night. My alarm's set for 10. I'll be there by 11. You said you'd wash the driveway today. And I will. I'll be there about 11. Oh, well, I was hoping you'd get started early. I can do 10, but I'm going back to sleep now. Fine. So I go get up earlier, eat, and haul the washer up a ramp into the truck and head off to the Choosing Beggar house. Now, Choosing Beggar have a huge driveway, one of those upside-down U half-loop ones that's double wide for 2 cars, and it's long. I'm there for about 3 hours. It's about 97 degrees outside and climbing, 100% humidity. I go through my water bottle, so I turn off the washer and knock on the door and ask to fill my water bottle. You didn't bring water? Me laughing because it's Florida and I think she's joking. No, I did. It's just really hot out and I'm out. Can I fill it up with some ice water? Karen, visibly irritated. I guess. Weird. But I go back out and work another couple hours. I'm probably about a third of the way done when I call it a day. I'm hot, I'm tired, my left hand hurts from clenching the trigger, she's being weird about water, I'm hungry, so I go unhook the hose and start loading the washer up when she comes out. Where are you going? Home? I'll be back in a couple of days when I have my next day off. No, you need to finish. I'm sorry, what? You need to finish my driveway. I will. I just can't finish it today. It'll take me another 10 hours or so to finish it. Karen makes a fuss, but I'm adamant that I'm leaving. I need to eat, rehydrate, and the washer is almost out of gas anyway. Keep in mind, I'm not a professional, I'm not a company, I don't have employees or a partner in business, I don't even have an industrial strength machine. I'm just some bored girl with a small washer that thinks it's fun and doesn't mind helping people. I should have stayed gone. I got a voicemail the next day at work saying how Choosing Beggar are both unhappy that their driveway looks half finished, blah blah blah. Then, the next day, Karen calls and texts me multiple times, which I ignore other than to say I'm at work, can't talk, I'll be there tomorrow. My phone starts ringing the next day at 7:30 with, "Are you coming at 8? Please be here by 8 a.m. Don't forget water." I call back, "Hey Karen, there's a thunderstorm right now that's supposed to last most of the day. If it clears up, I'll come over for a while, but I'm not doing it in thunder and lightning." "You promised you'd come today. The driveway looks awful." "I'm sorry, but it's not safe to be out there with a pressure washer in a thunderstorm. I expect you to be here tomorrow then, at 8. "I work tomorrow. I can come the day after." Karen has the bright idea that I call off work because she hired me to do her driveway and I haven't finished it yet. I say no, I'll be there in 2 days. Cue 2 more days of passive-aggressive voicemails and messages, but I show up with a cooler of ice water and food, work another 5 hours or so with her peering through her windows at me anytime I turn the washer off. It's loud as hell. No friendly chit-chat, no snacks or drinks offered, not that I expected it, but still. The only talking we did was when I took a break to eat lunch. She opened her door long enough to ask what I was doing and if I could not sit on her porch steps. It was the only shaded place to sit, so I sat on my tailgate in the sun and scarfed down my lunch. I packed up that day with about 4 more hours of washing to do. Again, huge freaking driveway versus tiny little washer. I get home exhausted and grandparents ask if I have a second to chat after my shower. Apparently Choosing Beggars had called them multiple times saying I was being lazy and just sitting around her house and she just wanted me to finish her driveway and leave. It wasn't like me to just sit around ever, especially in someone else's home, so they asked me what was going on and I told them about the job that I was doing. It took me almost a week to get back over there. I received constant texts/calls about how I was slacking, I was a bad person for saying I'd help poor old people, then leaving them to finish such a laboring task, and the like. I finished the driveway in one shot, didn't speak one word to Karen, and only spoke to Bob to tell him I was finished and return his garden hose. Never even said thank you. I went home, happy to be done. Chalk it up to a lesson learned and just avoid choosing beggars when they come over. We're moving out soon anyway. Bob and Papa were really good friends, and Mimi and Karen were really good friends, so who cares if they didn't like me? Well, remember how I said grandparents are just super amazing people? They cared. They cared a lot that I was giving up my days off, coming home exhausted, being used and lied about. So one day they were going to have lunch at Choosing Beggar's house when Karen met them out front and lamented on her driveway being full of brown spots I had missed, and she demanded they make me come back and fix it, and how I hadn't pressure washed the porch or the steps to the house. It just looked horrible to have half a clean driveway and a dirty porch and house. Papa knows I pride myself on my work, paid or not. I'm OCD with the washer. That's why I like it so much. So he asked her to see the spots I'd missed, and she starts pointing out brown rocks. Brown rocks in the concrete of her driveway. She really thought that pressure washing the rocks would make them match the concrete, and clearly I was too lazy to do it right. I didn't get exact words from grandparents, but Karen had a meltdown about my husband and I being leeches on them, which landed them in an argument that ended both friendships, lunch being canceled, and the end of the story. Or so I thought. This was all a month ago, but I'm writing this now because Choosing Beggars have both reached out to me and my grandparents. Not to patch things up or apologize or even say thank you. They want us to pay them because their water bill went up because I used their water hose to run the pressure washer. The only response they got was a written out receipt from me for my hourly rate at my current job times the number of hours I was there for the driveway and had spent picking up their groceries and running errands, a rental fee for the washer per day, the total of gas I had spent running the pressure washer, and from the beginning of my grocery/errand runs for them to the last day I was there with the note at the bottom, "I'll pay up when you do." Wow, that was a lot to take in. This is pretty much the epitome of a Choosing Beggars story, isn't it? Very satisfying ending as well, I will say. All right, well, I think we'll end it with that one. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like or letting us know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoy these types of videos in general, why not consider subscribing? It would really, really help us out. Thanks again for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next one.